Hello everyone, just a super quick tutorial today. As I have maybe told you before, this channel is also made for those travelers who have some little issues, for those travelers who are in a problematic situation, and also for those travelers who have a physical disability. And overall, in this case, for great and beautiful disabled girls just like me, who are fantastic and beautiful disabled travelers. So I'm telling you this because these and probably some others that I will be uploading will have also some tips for those kinds of girls and travelers. Of course, it's more girly, but it's not only for girls. Everybody can relate to those tips, and not only disabled people. So today we are going to talk about how to pack your hand luggage for the ones who travel by airplane. And yeah, I will tell you about my experience. I will tell you about how I usually do and did my hand luggage, and give you some tips on that. So let's get started. So as we all know, in most of air companies, you are allowed to take just one hand luggage with you. This means that you will not be allowed to take both your hand luggage and your purse. So I usually start from there, and as I told you in other occasions, I also start by thinking that I will have to bring the less possible, the smallest things possible, and the less heavy things possible. So this could be a good example of a hand luggage, both for those people who have some physical problems and for those who have not. Why? Because this is quite small, and this is also because of the disability, and we will talk about that later. So maybe disabled girls and maybe boys will want to take a bigger hand luggage, but this is just an example. And as you can see, this is a backpack, and I highly suggest you to bring a backpack instead of any other stuff with you as a hand luggage, because this is very useful and very comfortable and easy to bring and use, because you can just grab it on your back, and you will not have your hands busy on trying to take everything with you when you cannot use your cart. And of course the weight will be more balanced in you, so you will be very free to move. And something else you and me might have to bring with you are glasses. And glasses, you will have to take your glasses case for that. As you can see, this is a very good one though, because it is hard. So it's difficult that your glasses get broken, even if your luggage will be treated unfairly, and so they will be protected. You can of course bring to clean your glasses, and this will be useful too, because you will be able to bring another pair of glasses here. So I usually bring two pair of glasses, the ones I wear in that moment. Another pair, maybe my last old pair, just in case they got broken. I also have some contact lenses with me sometimes, and sunglasses, of course, if the reason why I am bringing a bigger backpack is because maybe disabled travelers may have to bring with them something more. They may need to bring some medical stuff they need, so they will maybe need a little bit more room in their luggage. So this is the reason. Of course, bigger luggage is always useful because you can bring more with you, but everybody does their choice in terms of what kind of backpack to bring. So first off, clothes. I am planning on making a tutorial about clothing when you travel, so the clothing I suggest you to wear while you're traveling from home to another place, and also on, as I already told you, on kind of clothes and styles a conscious traveler may want to wear during their trips, and some sheets to cover your body with, but yeah, socks are not always there. So and inside my hand luggage, just because of the reason I have told you before, you cannot bring two of them, and you cannot bring your hand luggage and your purse. I will also put it in my suitcase. I will bring a purse, and the purse will have to be very, very useful and comfortable. So I have, this is quite big because I really need a lot of space, and this is an example of a smallest one, and as you can see, they're all very soft. They're made of wool or any other fabric that you can easily squeeze, let's say, and just put it on your luggage without occupying too much room, without being too heavy. And so I usually put it in my suitcase, but I can of course bring it on my hand, inside my hand luggage, and then take it out as soon as I arrive. And yeah, so of course I will not be telling you all the usual things that you will of course have to remember, such as money, that you will have to divide into different purses and luggage and persons, and such as document your ID, yeah, and everything else you may need as technical and usual stuff. Of course, I will just skip it. So I usually do not bring with me my makeup in my hand luggage, as I told you, because it is forbidden to bring a lot of the products that you may need to have in your beauty case, so such as creams or body butters, or even liquid stuff you may use, such as waters for your skin. And yeah, there are a lot of things in your beauty case that are forbidden for hand luggage, such as scissors for your nails, or a lot of stuff really. So I don't bring it with me, and I tend to try and be very calm about how I look, and just don't care, and maybe do my looks in the hotel when I arrive, or maybe just bring a little eye pencil if I can, and just do with that. Other useful stuff that you may have, of course, to remember, and I'm not talking about that here, are medicines. Of course, in your hand luggage you will have to bring all the pills and medicines you will have to take while you're traveling in the aircraft, and maybe for that you will need a document from your doctor, which says that you need to bring this certain medicine at a certain time. You will have just to make sure about that, because it's not always this way, but sometimes it has been. So napkins, of course, always useful. I will also bring with me some pens, and I try to bring the less as possible here too. So here we have just a couple of pens if one runs out, and a pencil. And with that, we'll have, as I told you in the tutorial about how to make a travel diary, we'll have a diary. We'll have or a diary or a just notebook. I will have both. I will have both because my travel diary is for the first impressions, and if I just want to begin writing it on the aircraft. And I really love to write, and I love to note impressions also which have nothing to do with my travel diary. I love to just be able to write if I want, be able to draw if I want, be able to just make these silly games with my fellow travelers. You need a paper for, and note my friends' addresses when I go. So I always bring with me at least one or maybe two notebooks, one diary and one notebook in my hand luggage. In my hand luggage, also very important, books. So books, nowadays books are not the most practical thing to bring on a travel with you if you want to read. I talk with those travelers who love to read, and with those travelers who are, let's say, cultural tourism travelers. So I love paper. I love books to be made of paper. I love to turn pages. I love to smell books, and so I prefer to bring books. Of course, this is a problem because they are quite heavy, and they need a lot of space and room in your luggage. Nowadays you will have also Kindles and laptops and all those kinds of new technologies that allow you to bring a lot of books in just one tiny object, and this is great. This is really great. I suggest you to do that because when you travel, even if you love books, you can more easily bring with you a lot of stuff. If you want, like me, bring real actual books, I suggest that you just put them all in your luggage, not in the hand one. I suggest you that you bring some that you are okay with leaving them as a book crossing in the hotel you are staying at, and when you just finish reading them. I suggest that you just bring one or two books in your hand luggage. If you like to read magazines, maybe it's better, but maybe a magazine, for me for instance, doesn't last a flight time. So these books are some of the books I have brought with me in my last trips, and they are in Italian, of course, but it doesn't matter. So this is not too thick, and this is a pocket-sized book. This is quite small, and those are some of the sizes that I suggest you to bring. If you have smaller ones, of course, it's better. I also suggest that you don't bring your iPods or anything like that with you, because in most of the flight you will not be allowed to listen to them. If you are having a long distance flight, they will provide you with music and cinema and entertainment, so you will not need it. Also, I always remember to bring with me some clothes, let's say an entire outfit, and this is because when you travel, you never know, and you never know if you will have to completely change it because it's the weather is terribly cold or hot, or just because someone on the aircraft has pullen an orange juice glass on your skirt, or you never know. So I try to bring with me a very light and essential outfit. So I think this is it. Our hand luggage is now ready, and I will probably soon upload a tutorial for disabled girl travelers and general tips on how to travel, on general travel tips for them. And just remember to rate, subscribe, comment, and write to me. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.